Today we're going to talk about how to solve two-step equations. And exactly two-step equations means that there's two different operations. There's an add and a multiply, a subtract and a multiply, a divide and an addition, or a subtraction and a division. Okay, so it's going to have more than one operation in the exact problem. Okay, so here's our problem. Negative 4x plus 17 is equal to 1. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to look at that and I'm going to say, is my x by itself? Okay, is this x by itself? No, it is not. Okay, it has a negative 4 times x plus 17 equals 1. Okay, and according to our rules and our criteria that we have to follow, the very first thing you want to do is you want to get the variable by itself. And since it's not by itself, you have to follow the steps in order to undo this operation. Okay, so with two-step equations, you start with adding or subtracting. Okay, so you have to undo first your adding or subtracting. Okay, so we like to say that it's the order of operations backwards. So if you want to remember, it's called SADMEG, okay, because that is our order of operations backwards, GEMDOS backwards. And so if you kind of just think of the words, your adding and your subtracting goes first, and your multiplying and dividing goes second, then that would help you in solving the problem. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this and say, do I have any adding or subtracting? Yes, I do. I have plus 17. So how do I undo plus 17? Well, I'm going to subtract 17 from both sides. Okay, so this cancels out. And remember, when you have 1 minus 17, it's really the same thing as saying plus a negative 17. Okay, so on the left-hand side, it's going to be left with negative 4x is equal to, and positive 1 plus a negative 17 is actually negative 16. Okay, now we're still asking ourselves, is my variable by itself? No, the variable is not by itself. Right now, the variable is with times 4. Okay, and I'm going to just rewrite that so you guys can see it a little bit clearer. It's with negative 4 times x is equal to a negative 16. So how are we going to undo times negative 4? We're going to divide by negative 4. And you guys know that if I write it as a fraction, it means to divide. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 gives you 1x. So that's going to leave me with the x by itself. And how many times does negative 4 go into a negative 16? We know that it goes 4 times. And is it going to be a positive or is it going to be a negative? Okay, it's going to be let's just draw Mr. Dorito Man over here. Negative, negative equals a positive. So right here I have two negative numbers, so my answer is going to be a positive 4. And that is how you solve a two-step equation.